Hi everyone, I'm Asha, an Akashic Records reader, blogger, and podcaster. In this series, we will demystify the Akashic Records by bringing to you bite-sized contents on frequently asked questions relating to the Akashic Records. We will also explore topics relating to spirituality, as well as practical application, learnings, and reflections in the Akashic Records. My Akashic Masters are very excited to join us in this journey. We send much love, light, and blessings to all. Welcome to episode 27, Masters Sharing on Forgiveness, Heal and Release the Past. Dear child, forgiveness is an intricate and delicate process that everyone goes through from time to time. When we forgive, we are in fact making a conscious and deliberate choice to let go of the entanglements between us and the other person or situation. Forgiveness is a process that takes time to complete and internalize. We should not be overzealous to allow our mind to dominate the need to forgive. We take time to allow the heart to be fully convinced that we are finally ready to forgive and commence our own healing. Sometimes we may feel resistance when we make attempts to forgive. Why should I be initiating the process of forgiveness? Isn't it unfair that I have to forgive someone who caused me so much harm or pain and remains unremorseful even till today? Why can't I wait for the other person to reciprocate in the form of apology, expressing their remorse or the like? Do you know that when you are unable to forgive someone fully, it takes up a huge chunk of space energetically within you? Your heart becomes like a bursting closet, filled to the brim with suppressed and unresolved energies and emotions to the point of suffocation. Do you know who really suffers when you are unable to forgive someone fully? Unfortunately, it is you. By choosing not to let go of the entanglements connecting you to the other person or memory lodged in the past. Sometimes we may feel injustice when we have to forgive someone. Why must it be me forgiving the other person after all that the person has said or done to me? Why did God or Source or Universe allow all this injustice to take place? Why didn't God, Source, or Universe step in to correct all this injustice in the first place? To which we answer, we respect that this is a contract between souls for the learning process to unfold in this manner. It may not make sense for you right now if you are completely immersed in the situation and unable to step back and observe the greater learning involved. However, when we finally have the time and space to observe and reflect, we may sometimes discover the deeper messages waiting for us to internalize. Why did our soul choose to meet this person in this lifetime? What is the deeper purpose behind the person's presence in our life and vice versa? What should we do to master these lessons so that we do not engage in repetitive behavior that may draw us back to similar persons or situations? You might wonder, if we are ready to forgive, what should we do? We recommend for everyone to set aside uninterrupted time and space to reflect on the dynamics between you and the other person. how it unfolded from the start till today, observing every memory as it unfolds, as if you are watching a movie. This time round, you are no longer intricately involved as a main or supporting character in the movie. You are merely an audience or outsider watching the past events unfold. Whenever you feel emotional or triggered by a certain memory, pause and journal it down. Allow yourself to fully process all the emotions you had suppressed or were unresolved back then. Why do you feel emotional? What did the other person say or do? What were your expectations or beliefs held towards the other person? Allow yourself to relive any positive memories as well, simply allowing everything to unfold as it is. Importantly, do not feel embarrassed or ashamed by the seemingly toxic or evil thoughts, emotions, and feelings on your part. When we journal down our genuine thoughts, emotions, and feelings as they are, we are simply acknowledging them instead of suppressing them, so that we may heal and release. To fully heal and release, we must be ready to close this chapter in our lives by letting go of the entanglements between us and the other person. While the Akashic Masters can send energetic cutting of cords between you and the other person, you need to do your part to neutralize the connection so that you don't unconsciously or subconsciously rebuild those negative cords already removed. Therefore, we encourage everyone to co-create with us in this healing journey of forgiveness. We are happy, ready, and willing to support you energetically. However, for the forgiveness to seep into all levels of your being, you need to do your part with your reflections and journaling. Let's mindfully create the space within us to embark on new beginnings. Sending love, light, and blessings to all, Asha and Akashic Masters. If you would like to dive deeper into this healing journey of forgiveness, I have co-created with my Akashic Masters on a themed Akashic Light reading and healing session centering on deep healing of past and present issues afflicting the soul. The session is customized for your needs. You are empowered to decide on the specific issues that you would like to focus on for maximum healing. Check out my website for more details. If you have any queries, feel free to contact me. Thank you for tuning in to this podcast. If you would like to read about my dialogues and reflections with the Akashic Masters, you can visit my free blog at asha-akashicrecords.com. Till next time, take care.